Cool.
What's up, Joe?
Not much, man. Just watched your movie. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Hopefully, you had a good time filming it.
Oh, I had a great
Um,
time, dude. It was awesome. And it was crazy during the time that we filmed it was during the pandemic. So, it's like we needed this movie to escape, man, all the reality that was going on at that time.
so, what led you to being a part of this? Did they approach you, or was this something that you've always been into and wanted to be a part of?
Yeah. So Blue's Clues has been part of my family since so I have four kids. My son Josh is 30. He grew up on Steve. My son Jalen grew up around the time period of Joe or Donovan and Josh De La Cruz. And now my daughter, who's 7, is growing up with Josh De La Cruz, and my nephew Hudson and Weston are growing up with Josh De La Cruz. And I actually built a friendship with Josh in 2019 at the Macy's Parade in New York. So before the movie had even been talked about, we had been going back and forth as friends. And so when the opportunity presented itself to be part of this movie, I was like, to be in a movie with my good friend Josh, let's go. And plus, it's been part of like my kids' upbringing, the Gomez family. Like, I mean, let's go. And it's Nickelodeon, Nick Jr., Paramount, done.
So, did you direct any of I don't know if direct is the right word, but any of the That's My Song, I think is the name of the title of the song that he sings after he meets you. Um, did you direct any of the choreography for the dancing?
Not the choreography, just my part, just my performance. They had amazing people, choreographers. They had amazing staff, music supervisor, Steph. She kind of guided me in the song because this is the first time that I actually sang. I'm not a singer per se. I'm an MC or a rapper with Black Eyed Peas. Like we rap, we
Right.
don't sing. So it was cool because she challenged me. She's like, "Look, can you put a melodic, you don't have to sing like Mariah Carey, but you got to sing it because it's a musical." I'm like, okay, cool. Let me try this. So she kept pushing me. I wasn't getting it. I wasn't hitting the right note on certain times, and I would have to do it again. But I love that process because, I know how to write. I know how to rap because that's what I do. But to be in a musical was something really special. It was cool because I was just being myself. So it wasn't like far fetched. I wasn't portraying any like a musical actor or performer. It was just being myself, being with my good friend Josh, and just having a conversation like we would do if we were not being shot in the movie. So it was cool.
Was it was it weird for you when you were in the scene and also Blue was in the scene, even though he wasn't really
Um,
there?
it was fun to see how Josh does it on a daily basis. You know what I'm saying? Like just seeing his leadership, he guided me through it. So yes, Blue was not there. There was a stuffed animal of Blue, so I had to kind of perform to that stuffed animal because Blue was busy. For the younger viewers that are audience, Blue was busy taking a potty break, so we had to stand in, and 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 so Josh, he kind of guided that, but it was cool, it was fun, um, and it kind of inspired me to continue doing more in the kids space, man. Because like I said, I'm a dad, man. I love being inspirational not only to my kids but to kids in my communities. I'm Native American Mexican, and if I can create content that inspires kids in our communities, on Indian reservations, in Latino barrios, then that's what I want to do. Because my grandmother did that for me. No, she wasn't an actress. No, she wasn't a performer, but she was my superhero. So she was my hero without a cape. So if I take that same energy and I apply it to the platforms that I'm able to be a part of, then that's what I want to do, man. I just want to be a conduit of hope.
Yeah, and definitely inspiration for the younger
Yes,
generations.
sir. Yes, sir.
Did you get to meet Steve and Joe while you were filming?
Unfortunately, I didn't because I only filmed with Josh and
Right.
the people that were in during my scene. Um, So I didn't get a chance to meet Steve, but I got love for Steve and Joe. Thank you for your inspiration throughout the years with my kids and my family and my household. But it was great to be able to work with my good friend Josh.
So did you were any of your, I don't know if you guys call yourself a band, the Black Eyed Peas, any of your rap group jealous that you got to be a part of it and they didn't?
Not really. I mean, it's like we all have our passions, we all have our loves. Mine is the kid space, mine is comics, mine is toys, collectibles, storytelling, animation. That's my space. So there was no jealousy or envy. It was more like, yo, do your thing, bro. That's your thing, do it. I feel like we celebrate and support each individual's energy and what they're into. Will's into technology and giving back to his community in East LA. Apple's about inspiring kids in the Philippines. Me, I'm an indigenous voice. I like to inspire my native people and my Latino people, but also like creating content for kids, being part of projects that are specifically for kids and families, because that's who I am. I told you, I'm an ultimate girl dad, dude. Like right now, I love my boys and I will always have my boys back. But at the end of the day, like I spend most of my days with my daughter. And if she's happy and she's hype about the content that I'm creating or projects that I'm a part of, I'm winning all day.
So would there, if I feel like I know the answer to this, but if they ask you to come back for a future project, would you
Done.
be involved in? Yeah,
Go.
there you
100.
go.
This is my space, Joe. Like, besides writing for that amazing,
So,
universe, I'm also creating content for kids. I'm developing two kids shows. I'm part of this project, the Blues Clues, which is dropping March 28th on DVD. I'm also part of another Nickelodeon IP that I can't say, but just know that it's coming really soon. I'm also part of this Indigenous preschool show that's coming out soon as well. So this is the
that's
world that I
awesome.
want to be a part of, man. Like I was inspired by my brother Kobe Bryant, the late great Kobe Bryant, who beyond basketball, he created content, books, documentary to inspire kids, his daughters, and kids around the world. And so that's what I'm doing too.
So how long have you been writing from for Spider-Man before I let you go? I'm just curious because that's not
For
something I know.
4 years, bro. I've been writing for not only that, other IPs in that space.
In the Marvel
I
universe?
don't even know if I can mention it because this is Paramount, this is Nickelodeon. But all I can tell you is the big mothership of this. Look it up, Taboo and
Will
comics.
do. Will
Yeah,
do. I
type
definitely
it
will
and you'll
check
see
that
all
out.
the ones that I've written, and you'll get to see the new that that I just put out this year. Brought him to LA. Brought Peter Parker to LA.
Awesome. Well, I am going to wrap up. Is there any last things you want to say about your social media for people watching?
Yeah, so check out the movie DVD March 28th. You can follow me on Instagram at Taboo Taboo, and on Twitter TABBEP. And I appreciate the love and support for this amazing movie, Blues Clues, Big City Adventure.
It was awesome talking to you, man. Thanks so
Thank
much
you,
for the great answers.
thank you, bro.